Hello, beautiful souls. Are you ready for some guidance on the 8th of August portal? I'm very excited for this. Not only because I feel the energy is so passionate, um, so fiery, and it's like usually at this time of the year, like the fall season, is a season where we usually celebrate, we usually have gatherings, we reach a certain level of achievements that we will cultivate and share. And it is a strong energy around celebration. And also, 8th of August is my birthday, which is a personal celebration. So I'm very hopeful for that. Let's dive into some messages around what we can do to utilize the beautiful frequencies from the universe and what are some personalized guidance from spirit guide for you. I do feel like this day is asking us to be very courageous in how we show up in life. And when I say show up in life is when we already know that there are a lot of actions we need to take, but for some reason there are some resistance to taking it. So it is a big time to start doing it. And I know that when you tune into my channel, you already have a very strong intuitive channel of your own already. I'm sure you are aware of that. But our guides and the universe in a larger scale always send some signs for us to do something. I'm seeing the words breaking habits. Perhaps there are some habits to break, and this season is great for doing so. It's almost like um, if you want to break a habit, like in another time in the past, there are certain resistance to taking action by breaking it, or even cultivating a new habit. There are some resistance in your body, in your system toward doing it and committing to it. For some reason, I feel like this energy of the 8th is really supportive for you if you want to cultivate a long-term good habits or breaking a habit that is not good um, for good. It's like it's going to have a long and sustainable influence on your life if you start to, first of all, getting the awareness about what that is that you want to change, what shift you want to make, and what risk you are feeling called to take. Because this time it's very, very good at that, actually. And um, also, for some reason, I'm seeing an image of a white lion just moving through hoop. You know, the circle hoop where they place in a circus. Like people usually place it in circus where they put some animals, maybe monkey, to jump over it. So that is the thing that I'm seeing. This lion is moving through. It's like you moving through constant ring, and those ring represents momentum, like real change in your life. And it's really about habits, about patterns, whether you break it or you cultivate a new one. Ooh, and manifestation as well. Um, I have learned a very interesting thing from my teacher around manifestation, and that is about adopting an ascesis. So essentially, throughout your day-to-day life, every day we commit to certain things, right? So, for example, you may commit to working on this project, taking care of this person, or you may have habits of watching football or drinking coffee, having caffeine. So imagine if we release the energy that we commit in one of those um, in one of those buckets, the energy that you cultivate back into the body instead of dedicating that energy for that specific item is going to be channeled and direct into your manifestation, your goals. So that is the idea about adopting or choosing an ascesis for a prolonged period of time so that you can get your manifestation quicker in terms of time, and you get more energy in order to manifest it into physical. So that is the idea of it. And this season is very good. If you feel like there is something you want to manifest, um, that you feel that it is so big, maybe a house, maybe a big house, a mansion, um, or you want to live abroad, you want to manifest a new job, but you feel that where you're at and where you want to be is a big gap. Maybe thinking about adopting excuses for the season. For some reason, I feel that if we choose to do this, we can make a declaration letter to the universe by saying that you can either, in a meditative state, you can visualize you are talking to the universe, or you can write it down as a letter. And both ways will work. So just start by saying your goal. My goal is, and then saying that I choose to release my energy from blah blah blah, and that blank is where you fill in the energy of the thing that you are committed to. Maybe you see yourself very commit to drinking coffee, and you want to release the energy of that into a manifestation, right? Because even though we are like eating thing and drinking thing, but we are dedicating our energy to that force, right? In return, we're getting energy, dopamine, high levels of energy, right? So there's always an energy exchange, even though on a surface level it doesn't look like that. But that's how um, the egregore of energy works. So you will write that I would like to release the energy from this and allocate the energy into this goal. Right? So that is a symbol declaration in order to inform the universe that, hey, I want to channel this energy instead of committing to this. I want to shift the focus into this. And by doing so, just make sure that when you select an species, um, choose something that you dedicate a lot of energy into on a regular or weekly basis, and because we want to cultivate a big chunk of energy, right? So if you find yourself very obsessed with certain habits, maybe alcohol, or very obsessed with caffeine, that is a sign that you are committing and having a strong attachment to it, right? So, and also consider any energy commitments that you see is um, what is the word for it? Highly attached. Not highly attached, but like um, in general, not good for you at all, like alcohol and caffeine, right? And just be ready to commit it in a prolonged period of time, maybe 3 months. Yeah, I'm sensing that 3 months is a good start. And for some of you, if you can go beyond that and free up more energy, you can set it for 6 months. And just be conscious about which energy you want to release, and be ready to like temporarily not using it, not involving with it for that period of time, right? Because we are making a commitment with the universe, and we want to make sure that we don't drop the ball. We want to make sure that we don't overcome it. So go through the thinking process of it, and just enjoy your manifestation. I think that would be great if we can um, focus on manifesting big things in this season. So that is a little bit of the explanation. Let's see what else is good on the 8th of August. Hmm. I feel like the lioness within us is getting very strong, very impactful. I'm seeing a lion in small size, and he or she is getting bigger and bigger. It is like we are growing up energetically and mentally and emotionally as well. Um, yeah, I feel like this is a season where after we are taking the risk, after we are seeing the potential thing we want to capture, the opportunity we want to capture and go for it, it requires a lot of energy to catch up energetically, to hold the opportunity, to hold um, the results or the consequences of any choice you make. Because I know that for some of you, you're going to make a leap in this month. That's why I'm saying that, right? Because when we make a big choice, for example, you want to like change jobs, you want to change the place you live, and you gotta be ready for that new life, right? So essentially, this lioness within you is starting to grow bigger to hold a new reality after you make that jump. So, um, it would be very interesting if we can have some kind of ritual or just symbol meditative practice to really expand ourselves bigger, because I know that in the physical level we are this size, but in terms of energy, we can always grow and expand. It's really a choice, right? You can either choose to stay small or you choose to be bigger. So just drop into yourself and imagine that little lion, is sitting in your solar plexus, and he or she is getting bigger and bigger in terms of size. And you just notice that when he or she gets bigger, you are also growing bigger and bigger and bigger. And maybe just imagine that you are expanded as big as this building, right? So that is how um, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it as the activity where we expand our energy to receive more from the universe. The daily energy that we cultivate day in and day out. And after this activity, I feel that you will get more empowered, more confident, and more courage is able to enter your system, and you feel that you are up leveling and become a bigger, more whole version of yourself, because we're meant to be bigger and brighter through time, right? Let's see what else. There's something about the throat chakra. Perhaps a good time to do throat chakra healing. I don't know about you guys, but I I have like um, not like not anything serious actually. Personally, I just go through a couple of weeks where there's a little bit of clearings in my throat, a little bit similar to sore throat, but I don't feel pain. I just know that there's something stuck in here that wants to be released. And for me today, I'm getting lighter. I'm feeling more expansive in my throat. So 8th of August, if you can meditate to expand the size of your throat, it would be great. It would be good for you if, for some reason, I feel that some of you are meant to be on social media, and I know that being on here can be like creepy. Well, not creepy, but maybe a better word is scary. So imagine expanding the size of your throat chakra. Imagine there's a blue, like a blue sphere, blue bubble around here. And the more you breathe into your throat, the more it expands and getting bigger. And that is how you claim more energy through your inhale. And when you exhale the throat chakra, your voice is getting bigger, more expanded, and the flow of communication for you will be smoother, or for some of you, it will be less resistance when you communicate to people and when you are recording yourself on camera. So that is a good day to do so, because essentially, when that day comes, there will be a stream of blue codes streaming from the universe, just like from the heaven. And it's sending down to your channel, to your chakra system. And these blue codes are able to what's the word? Recalibrate your chakra system. And it's also an upgrade for your throat. So you can make it very intentional. Maybe when the blue codes are streaming down to your throat, through the crown, through the third eye, and to the throat, just allow it to cleanse. Um, you can say the intention, um, like through words, or just saying in your own mind that I want this energy to clear my throat and activate my truest expression, kind of thing. And you can also declare any wish that you want to manifest using that frequency from the universe, because it is very potential to manifest as well. And make sure that don't forget to make a declaration when you meditate and when you feel the energy of the day. You can either declare through words or through writing a letter or journaling. All will work for you. Ah, that's so much fun. I feel so much fun today. Mm, yep, there is very strong. I'm not sure if you feel it, but if you feel it, let me know in the comment. There is strong version of the lion, especially the white, and for some of you, it will be the yellow skin lion. It's calling around, as if someone is reclaiming their power. So this day is very strong on making powerful moves, doing something crazy, like doing something that you don't normally have a gut to do, but finally you get to do it and realize that, oh, actually, it's not as scary as I thought. Maybe like putting a video on YouTube is not as scary as I thought. And posting like one video on Instagram, or just change the way you approach the thing and allowing the vulnerable parts within you to come out a little bit doesn't mean that I get rejected. It's like it doesn't as scary, risky, and crazy as it might sound. Because normally we get hold back by a lot of fears that is coming from the wounded child within. So this day is a day for you to step through that doorway of reclaiming more courage, claiming that courage and take actions. Whatever you want to make a jump. Oh my god, I love channeling these. Alrighty, let's see what else. Um, I think that's all. I may record something fun on this day. Yep, but let's see what comes up. If there is a meditation or some guidance come up, I will make sure that I'll share with you guys. Thank you for listening. Thank you so much for spending time with me. I wish you a beautiful 8th portal day. Enjoy. Bye.